Recently, I did a couple videos on hacks and also on caffeine eye cream. And I kind of wanted to put those together and try and come up with some really excellent options for hacks that address dark circles and puffiness. And the kind of combination of the two is the best caffeine eye products combined with reusable eye patches, and which one of those are going to give us the most bang for our buck underneath our eyes. What is going to really help that area to look less puffy and also to maybe help those dark circles look a little bit better. Quick refresher on caffeine. It's a vasoconstrictor. It is going to help with puffiness, and it's also going to help with circulation. So it can really help with under eye circles due to like vascularity, but also it's an antioxidant. So it's going to help with protecting us from accelerated aging. It is a fantastic ingredient to look for in your under eye products. So what I did since I created those videos is I ordered a couple new products off of Amazon to test out with some reusable patches. Now, for the purposes of this video, I was kind of trying to mimic a couple different eye products that I already own that I love. Number one is the Skyn Iceland under eye patches. I have been using and recommending these for years and years and years. They actually feel really cool when you put them on. If you keep them in the fridge, they feel even cooler, and they genuinely will help to reduce puffiness. Now, I don't ever notice anything really about under eye circles with these, but puffiness, and they feel so good. Now, they're not expensive, but they're not cheap. They're somewhere in the middle, and I always do have these on hand. I try to pick them up like when Ulta has a sale on them, or if they go on sale like during Prime Days, stuff like that. But sometimes I pick them up full price because I genuinely really love these. So I was kind of hoping I could somehow mimic the way that these feel or the ingredients. The ingredient deck on here is absolutely impossible to duplicate as far as like DIY, in my opinion. But the cooling factor, I was hoping that I could get something that would feel a little bit like these little gems that I've loved for years. So that's Skyn Iceland. Those are not going anywhere, but if I can copy them in any way, that's what I'm trying to do today. And then the second is my Dermatology under eye patches. These are also something that I absolutely always have on hand, and I will go through time periods where I use these almost every day. Like I try to get them on underneath my eyes, and that's really the way that I feel like you see benefit from products like this. Using them once in a while, that's not the way that they're going to be beneficial. Those are the things that I'm trying to kind of copy, right? So I ordered like 5 things off of Amazon. One, I ordered a pair of reusable under eye patches that are a tiny bit less expensive than the Dieux by like $5 or $6. So if you were somebody who wanted to get some of those reusable eye patches, but you wanted to spend a little bit less money, there is an option on Amazon, and they're super cute. I'm sucked into all of those little under eye patches and the different colors and all of that. I have a couple different colors of the Dieux. I have a couple different colors that I purchased off of Amazon, you know, that kind of thing. Then I picked up like 4 different under eye creams or gels that I thought might work out. Now, one of them completely blew me away, and I really love it, and it's around 20 bucks. One of them really didn't do anything at all, which is unfortunate because it is the one that is under $10. And then 2 others I really like, and they have such fantastic ingredients that I want to share them with you today. So I want to get right into it. Let's start with the one that failed. Now, this one was really unfortunate. I talked about wanting to try this in my caffeine eye cream video, and so I ordered it. I actually ordered it before I even posted that video, but I'd already filmed the video. It is the Yerba Mate Wake Up Eye Gel from Good Molecules. This just didn't do anything for me. I really like the packaging. It's like, it feels like it's like aluminum or something, and it comes out as kind of a thick gel. You can see it like that. And I was able to kind of put a thick layer on under my eyes and then put on the under eye patches, the reusable patches, and they stayed put. It really, when I took the eye patches off, I could still see that there was still a little bit of product there. Problem is, I didn't see anything happen. Like I didn't see any puffiness reduction. I didn't see any brightening. I don't know. I just didn't notice much of anything, which was really unfortunate because that product is like $6. The ingredient deck looks really great. It feels cooling. I just had really high hopes for it. it just was really kind of underwhelming. So that was the Good Molecules Yerba Mate. So for me, that's off my list. Number 2 is the best one. I'll just share the best one with you now. It is the Neutrogena. This is their HydroBoost Caffeine Eye Gel Cream. It has hyaluronic acid, it has peptides, it has caffeine. And this one, I actually had very little expectations, low expectations. I ordered it because caffeine is so prominent in the ingredient deck that I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm going to really get a good dose of that vasoconstrictor that helps with circulation, that's an antioxidant, blah, blah, blah. So I put this on, same thing as the yerba mate. I put it on, it is a gel cream, looks like this. And I did a decent layer. Then I put on the under eye patches over it. I let it sit for probably 10 to 15 minutes. And when I removed the eye patches, I did notice that there was a tiny bit of product still, you could still see on the surface. It hadn't all, absorbed, which is kind of what you're hoping for. You want those patches to trap the product kind of, so it's just pushed into your skin and it can't just evaporate off. Like you've got this really great product mask that gets trapped underneath your eyes. But what I did notice was I felt like I had a reduction to me in the puffiness under my eyes. I felt like it was cooling and it had a similar, not as profound as my Skyn Iceland. It really was like, okay, I can see reaching for this often as a combination, the under eye patches and the Neutrogena together. And I know for sure that I'm gonna get a ton of uses out of this. And I also like this as an under eye cream. If I don't have time to do the patches, it's actually really, really nice with makeup. It feels really great under the eyes when you use just a little bit in the morning. It feels energizing. So all in all, this was a really great score and twofer. You can use it as a regular old caffeine boost eye cream in the morning, but you can also use it with reusable eye patches as an amazing under eye treatment to help wake up your skin under your eyes. Keep it in the fridge and you will get an extra shot of kind of cooling under the eyes. The other thing that I have been doing with this is once I assessed, I have been going in with the TheraFace tool that gets cool and gets warm and doing a little bit of massage with the leftover product that is left over from this with the eye patch when I take it off. And talk about an extra boost of cool and depuffing and energizing. And I just absolutely love that tool. I was completely influenced on Instagram by my friend Alyssa, by my friend Jules. I watched them for, 2 months using this TheraFace tool and I resisted buying it and I finally picked it up. And it is one of those tools that is completely unnecessary, but I love it. It will be a go-to for traveling and it's so easy to use and it's cooling. And so it really helps to depuff that area. The warming will be really nice for sinus congestion and stuff like that. So that was kind of a sleeper hit for me that I blame my friends on Instagram for influencing me to buy. So that's something if you wanted to take that to the next level and you really wanted to get some lymphatic drainage, you wanted some cool massage, it's a really great tool for that. Okay. So next, let's talk about 2 products that more mimic the like this kind of thing, dermatology. So I picked up the Belif AquaBomb eye gel. Now this one actually does have caffeine, so it has that in it, and then it also has a bunch of really good ingredients for brightening that area, like a skincare that will actually do some brightening. And then it also has peptides and it has other ingredients in there that are really good for the general skin health underneath your eye. My only caveat to this really fantastic eye cream is that they put some citrus peel oils in there. They're at the very bottom of the deck, but you need to be aware of citrus peel oils in your products because they can, when they come in contact with sunlight, produce something called furanocoumarins. Furanocoumarins can cause damage to your skin in the form of chemical burns. Now, for us, we're not going to probably see any kind of actual chemical burn. What you might see instead is hyperpigmentation. So you got to be really careful with that. But this If you want to depuff in the evening before you go out, this actually has so many great skincare ingredients in it, and it also has that caffeine, and then it has an applicator like this, so you can actually depress this, apply it like this, get a little bit of massage in. This actually reminds me of the TheraFace tool, kind of a similar little wand, and you can do that and then put on your under eye patches, the reusable patches, and wait a little while, take them off, massage that in, or use a tool like the TheraFace if you want to go that extra step before you go on with, you know, maybe you're going to go out, maybe you have a party, maybe you're going to dinner or something like that. Then you don't risk the citrus peel oils in here coming in contact with the sun, so it's fine. And you can get all of the great benefits in here, because this is actually a really, really beautiful kind of cream gel for under the eyes, and it pairs really beautifully with the reusable under eye patches. So this was a fun find. This was one of those I would almost call like a blind buy, as if I were buying a fragrance, because I didn't read the ingredient deck. I know that I like this brand, but the last time that I actually used this brand was before I learned about citrus peel oils. So I just purchased it kind of thinking, oh, that looks like a beautiful product. It wasn't until I got it home that I realized that it has those citrus peel oils, but that just means we move it to nighttime. We move it to when we aren't going to come in contact with the sun. On a side note, if you do use products with citrus peel oils that just wash off, like if it's in your cleansers or, you know, a mask that you actually rinse off, for me personally, I don't worry about that as much when it comes to using during the day. It's really those leave-on products that contain those citrus peel oils that I'm a little bit wary of and kind of do a little more investigation, or I just move them to nighttime. The last one that I want to share with you is actually by a brand called 8 Saints. Now, this is the only product that we're going to talk about today that does not contain the caffeine, but it contains so many other fantastic ingredients in here, peptides and humectants and nourishing ingredients. It is a gorgeous brightening eye gel that I definitely wanted to put it on your radar. I bought this one specifically to try and kind of mimic the effects that I get from my dermatology under eye patches, which is brightening, hydration, soothing. It feeds that skincare, and it's not depuffing necessarily. It's really more about brightening and under eye plumping, that kind of thing. So the 8 Saints is really good as well. It is a little thing like this too. So same thing, you can dip, you know, squeeze out a little bit and you can massage it on. When I'm going to use it with the reusable eye patches, I do put on a little bit more than I would if I was just going to use it as an eye gel. And then I will leave it in that kind of thicker state and put my under eye patches over it. I find that it definitely leaves that area feeling really, really hydrated. And if I was going to use this one consistently, like I have used these in the past, I have a lot of faith that over time I would probably get some brightening to that skin because of the ingredient deck. Lots of hydration and some good, you know, barrier repair kind of thing. Help with crepiness, all of those things because of the nourishing ingredients, the hydration, etc. So to me, this would be an excellent daily, if you have time, daily 10-minute routine, kind of like with the dermatology, to really feed that area some excellent ingredients in more of a concentrated fashion. So a little bit more than just putting on some eye cream every day. So that's by 8 Saints, and I really, really like this one. Now, every single one of these products, I tried to do this as well in this particular video. Every one of these products is under $40. Many of them are like the Neutrogena is around 20. It's you can always find it on sale. And then the Belif is somewhere in the mid 30s. The 8 Saints is somewhere in the mid 30s. And truthfully, you should get months and months out of them, because if you use them just as an eye cream, which you might 50% of the time, let's say, and you use them 50% of the time as an eye mask, they should last you a really, really long time. All of these would benefit from being kept in the fridge so that you apply them kind of cooling to the under eye. I think that that is just one of those little tiny things that you can do that really can make a difference in just the depuffing. Coolness will help to depuff the area. And yeah, I hope that this gives you some ideas. You can look through your skincare cabinet. It doesn't actually have to be eye stuff. And look at your serums, look at your creams, look at all of those things, and kind of try to decide what would make a great under eye treatment, because you can pair things up with these reusable masks, and you know, the options are practically limitless. Now, most of the time I'm gonna recommend serums or gels or lightweight lotions, because sometimes with creams, it can be a little bit heavy for that area and almost kind of feel, I don't know, just not feel good. So stick with lighter weight lotions, gel creams, serums, etc. With all of these, if you are somebody who uses the Caffeine plus ECGC from The Ordinary, you can layer them. So you could put that one on first and then put on any of these or something that you already own and put on the reusable eye mask and use it as a treatment, which is pretty cool. Now, for me, somebody asked me how to clean these. You could spray them with hypochlorous acid if you want to occasionally, just to make sure that there's no, you know, bacteria and stuff like that in there. If you decide to spray them with the hypochlorous acid, make sure that it completely dries before you go on to use any of this stuff, because hypochlorous acid is going to oxidize antioxidants, and we don't want that to happen. So you got to keep that hypochlorous acid away from your vitamin C's and your caffeines and your green teas and all of that kind of stuff. You just need to wait for a minute before you know, have them be together. So if you use it to clean your LED masks or these masks or whatever, just let it dry completely. All right, you guys, I hope that this was helpful. I hope it gave you some inspiration to try some fun things with these little reusable eye masks. Like I said, the options are limitless. You can do almost anything. I would caution you away from things like retinoids and acids like alpha hydroxy acids, beta hydroxy acids, etc. with those masks. I don't think we need to trap any of those actives in that area. So I would skip products like that you know, might irritate that under eye area when trapped by the reusable masks. So stick with nourishing antioxidants, humectants, stuff like that to really plump up, revitalize, and feed that skin good stuff so that it can look brighter and less puffy. All right, I hope that you have the most wonderful day, and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.